Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Max. Today we are playing Old World, which is a game that is a couple years old now. I actually bought it when it was an early access game. So Old World, the way I like to think about it is it's a hybrid between Civilization and then also Crusader Kings. So Civilization in the sense that you are founding cities, you are gathering resources, ultimately you're going and conquering your neighbors. But Crusader Kings in the sense that you are really focused on family as opposed to a nation per se. Another really interesting thing that this game does that I think is different than a lot of other strategy games is that there is a mechanic or a currency that is basically like orders. And so that means that you don't get to move all of your units every turn. You are limited by the number of orders you have, which generally is determined by the quality of your ruler. And so some workers or some, units, warriors, things like that may not actually get to move every turn, which adds a really interesting element of empire management, right? How are you going to prioritize units doing certain things as opposed to every unit gets to do everything? So I'm going to play as the Greeks here, which is Philip of Macedon. You'll notice on the bottom there are dynasties and families that we get to choose from. And so in doing that, families have different perks, different, things that they want to accomplish. You also, whenever you settle a new city, you have to choose a family that basically runs it. And based on balancing that, some families that get upset with you, they are happy with you based on certain things. You're going to marry people from certain families. But we're going to choose the Greeks just because they're an overall very solid civilization. But you have Assyria, Babylonia, Carthage, Egypt, the Hatti, Persia, and then Rome. And then you also have options to basically either you get to choose when you settle your first city or randomly select. I'll be Philip, the Philip II of Macedon with his one eye. Very awesome leader there. So as far as how this is going to go, difficulty, we will just start on the good, since the AI plays on this level. Nothing too crazy. And then here, let's go full out. 7 opponents, AI aggression, aggressive, or this. Will not make a truce for 6 turns. I guess let's go slightly more aggressive here for some more. No thing there. Let's see. I don't know if I want them to have any crazy advantage here. I'm not sure. Ruthless AI. Yeah, let's do that. Mortality, we're going to go realistic. Basically, characters are going to die, and when they die, you have to deal with succession crises, things like that. Turn scale, we'll go semesters, so it'll be a little bit longer. High, there are some really interesting kind of narrative events that happen in this as well. And then we're going to go absolute cognatic for succession, so we might have, males inherit before females. Let's actually do that. I know. And then we'll go primogenitor, so oldest is going to inherit first. There will be some role-playing, so I won't know the outcome of certain events when they happen. And then all of these are available. So points victory is basically at the end of the game. You have victory points based on thing, and at the end of it, whoever wins. Double victory is basically if you outpace everyone else fast enough. Ambition victory is a really interesting one. Basically, your ruler, or rulers, I should say, as you go through time, will have ambitions, and if you satisfy those, you get a point, and if you're able to satisfy 10 of them, you win. We'll have normal points to win, nothing too crazy, and let's go random map here. So, an interesting thing as well that I think is a little bit different in this game relative to, say, a Civilization, or Humankind, if you've seen me play that, is that city sites are predetermined, so you don't actually get to set out and pick what you think is the best location for your city. They are basically determined by where you are. So here you can see this says, hey, this is a city site. I have to settle here. I don't get to choose anywhere else that I get to settle. As soon as I do, I get to choose a family to do it. Each one is going to have a special thing, so I basically can get this red shield is military currency, so just quick digression. I know we're going to start playing, but just in case people don't know. So this is gold, unsurprising. You're going to need this for unit upkeep, things like this. This is food used to basically supply your units, although it is a little bit different from city growth rate, which we'll talk about. Here is iron, stone, wood, and then these are those orders. So you can see the orders are also pop up right here. And this is saying that, hey, I'll get 11 on the next turn. But right now I have 8. So basically I can do 8 total unit actions. And there's little pop-ups that will basically tell you, moving a troop a certain amount of distance will consume a certain amount of orders. Here's my research. Civics, which allows you basically to enact civics. Training rate, which lets you upgrade units, attach commanders, things like that, and then luxury. So we'll settle here because Antigonus is the Argeads. Let's choose him. So basically what this is going to do is any family city with this, we are just going to get more military power, and we're going to gain a militia. If I wanted to go down here, I would actually get 4 of that little symbol is basically cities progress and grow, and they get special events when they hit a certain cap. I believe it's 100. The Seleucids get 2 civics a semester, and then we also get a literature event, which is pretty good. And then the Alcmaeonid, which is what I believe Pericles was the family that he was from, you also get 2, and then you get specialists are another kind of trick here. So I think if I right click, I'm trying to remember how you hit the mouse wheel button, and this has really effective pop-up stages here. So specialists, they boost the yield of improvements at the cost of a citizen and some amount of food. Generally speaking, they are very good. We'll go, I guess I'll go Argeads to start, although I'm not probably going to be very militaristic to begin. But again, as I said, orders. Another interesting thing here about research is that it's drawn basically from a card. So there are card draws, and then if some of them are one-offs, that if you don't use, it will get discarded forever. And generally that's like get a free worker, get a free unit, something like that. Here, I think camp, if I was to say, look at what we have around us, we have horses, or we have a pasture, which is going to require animal husbandry. We also have this camp, which requires trapping, so that's probably pretty good. We have a lot of those things around us. Here we have lavender, pretty useful. We're eventually maybe going to get elephants. So let's start with trapping. That seems like the most effective thing. Now that we have spawned this city, we're going to get a couple units to do something with. Explorers. Thank you. I will use my explorers to scout the world. So you can see here that there are kind of rings of hexes, and so this will tell me, hey, to move in this within this first hex will cost me 1 order. If I want to move anywhere in the next one, I'm down to 5. Right? It's showing you how many orders you're going to have left after you make that move. If you start to move over resources like this, you'll be able to harvest them, and basically that gets you some immediate amount of, basically of that resource as you encounter it, and so it's a pretty good way to basically get your economy boosting early. So you'll see he has 1 little tick left, so as soon as I go here, he's exhausted. I can move him, but it comes at the effect of military power. So essentially, if you want to force march units, you can do that as well. We'll send warriors, are really strong early units. I'm probably not going to move them too much here. Maybe we'll go 1, and then we'll go there. So now I'm out of orders, which means that unfortunately I don't get to use my worker this turn. Before it lets me go, it's going to say tutorial for governor, so you can assign governors to help your cities. That will make them stronger. The way you do that is if you go into here, and then you can say add a governor, and I will make King Philip as my governor. And I can't because I don't have things right now, but that's essentially how you would do it. To quickly talk about this, so citizens, they grow based on the consumption of things like farms, things like that. This is that culture, and eventually when you do hit up to 100, you get an event that makes your city better. Discontent also grows, and what happens then is basically your city becomes more difficult to manage when it ultimately hits the end. Settlers are pretty interesting. They cost food to do so. I'm immediately going to jump in. I'm also constructing a settler there, so we'll do that too, and we'll end the semester. And then this tells me is just a quick thing. I have 1 citizen. So Alexander the Great, my heir. Historical name Alexandros, very cool. He's obviously very, very good in military, not surprising. I can say, what is he going to study? Let's just go out and go all in on studying tactics since he is a military guy. So he got 1 courage and he becomes a tactics student. So he's not available to do a lot of stuff, but he'll also get certain traits associated with it: hero, commander, tactician, or zealot. All of these have interesting kind of things that go along with it. An Odeon is interesting, so basically it will improve the culture of my city. However, it comes at the expense of stone, which you can see right now I'm actually losing a little bit of stone, so maybe I go for something like a mine. Eventually I'll be able to get a quarry. It gets me food. That doesn't actually translate into population growth yet, but we'll work on it. So let's build this to start. So it has a base cost of 50 stone, and then it's going to increase that rate of stone consumption. Before I do anything else here, let's appoint a governor, and we'll put King Philip as our governor. That will make it stronger, and then we can go explore. So here's another city site. So this is another potential area to settle. I can't, again, choose other places. So here we have Lake Trasimene. Here's another potential city site. Although, he's not quite exhausted. So here we go, Cursed Land. We have our first narrative event. Area is cursed and blighted. Little vegetation grows here. Foul smell hangs in the air. Uh-oh. A deep pit in the ground. It's the source of the moans and the stench. Gross. I can fill the pit with rocks, or let's study it and see what happens. And I get a court scholar. So what that does, costs 5 gold per turn. And I got a new person, Aspasia the scientist, and also, aw man, Pella got sad. So we have a new character now, Aspasia the scientist, and she is a big deal. Now if I click on my person, my main character, Philip the founder, I have certain options. So I can influence my heir, Alexander. I can divorce my queen consort, not that I should do that. I can abdicate, do a whole bunch of things, leave Pella, a whole bunch of stuff. So pretty interesting how this game works. I'm a big fan. Let's have these militia start to fan out, and we'll end the semester. Okay, see Agoge. Champions have been putting their students through an especially tough they call the Agoge from ancient Sparta. Prince Alexander is a thing, so might make an ideal candidate. It's dangerous, potentially lethal. Let's go ahead with the training. Let's see how he does. He becomes fierce. What does fierce do? He is going to be a really, really good leader or of units, so general. All right, tutorial, 2 tips, cool. I already know about that. My worker now is not consuming extra things since he's already building. That's cool. We have 10 things left. This is my legitimacy, and basically legitimacy lets me increase the amount of orders I'm able to get per turn, as well as you get other perks. Okay, we have another city site. Great. And let's have our explorer. Okay, we have met Babylonia. So Babylonia is here. There's a lot of things that go on here. So all characters, here's a whole bunch of people who are also part of my family. I can go to governors, I can go to generals, I can go to agents, a whole bunch of people here within my thing, but then also I can go to other, these are the major nations, what I'm trying to do in Pella, but eventually there will be minor nations as well. So they generally just don't like me because we are close to each other, and that makes sense. Ooh, and they have gold. And the AI gets to start with 2 cities, which is a real bummer for us, but it is what it is. We're going to get our second city here soon. And so, who do I have? Who's my next unit that can keep going? You can. And they have a slinger already. Look at them. Egypt has already constructed the Hanging Gardens. Look at them go. So this 43 is the amount of basically victory points you would need to end the game. Here are the Romans. Aggressive message. Willing to treat Rome must pay tribute. I'll pay a tribute. I'll refuse. Screw you guys. And I get experience points. Cool. Sorry, Rome. We have a lot of mountains around us, which is pretty interesting. So we're in a pretty secluded location. Maybe there is a spot up there. Although our contact with our neighbors is they seem to all be pretty close to us. Is that a silver mine for them? Yep. Man. All right, we got some wonder. Cool. I think we go settle up there since that just seems safer to me. And then they have, what are these? Gems. Look at you go. AI is getting really good starts here. First, yeah, we'll call it the Munzer Valley, sure. So then this is, yeah, we have a tribe. So tribes, if I was to go to here, you'll see that there are nations, which are all those things that we listed at the beginning. And then there are tribes, which basically just are weak nations that don't do much. They will spawn though and continue to basically attack you. They're kind of like barbarians in Civilization, except a little bit more, I guess, cultured. So Great Migration inspires you to expand beyond your realm to new worlds. So I can have things, or let's widen our understanding. So we got some science, which finishes our tech. Now going to our actual tech tree, which we'll do in a second. So here's another city site, I think. Not a great one. Okay, so then there's the tech deck. So we can choose our research here, which also I think if I just click on this, will take us there, and we'll see the tech tree itself. So this free settler is basically will get trashed when discarded. I think at this point, let's just do that. Let's get a free settler out of this. It slows us down by 1 turn, which is, I think, well worth it. Okay, we have a Persian who is injured. We can negotiate and exchange. Let's treat him. Let's establish positive vibes. So with admin now, so we can get a stone boost. Again, this is something that would get discarded immediately. And you can tell by the yellow background. Divination is not bad. These shrines are generally pretty good. Admin. The granary that 2 per semester is basically how your city actually grows. And then military drill, we can build a barracks. Let's go with admin. All right, Alexander, string as wise. He is a student. Good job, Alexander. You got some wisdom. Look at you go. So considering this are the Persians, I don't quite know where. Oh, there they are. They're very close to me. I don't know how I feel about this. We're going to slowly move our settler over there. We have another settler here. Trying to think of where we want to settle, and I think the answer is down here on this city site. So we're going to rapidly try and expand. We're at a point now where I think this mine, or no, we want a quarry since this is going to rapidly deplete. So we'll build a quarry there. And at this point, I'm running out of orders. So we'll just slowly go, and there's the end of the turn. Our settlers are our first goal here. So now I can found. So if I do this, I will get, if I found another city with them, that's awesome. But then the other, basically families will be upset. I think we're gonna go for this one, the artisans. And so now we have another city, which is Thebes, and we get a worker with it. And let's work on trapping. So we'll get a camp, which will add to our growth of our city. And then this guy can come down on this city site. And then you only get 3 families. So this next one is a big deal. I can either do this or this. Let's add a luxury there. And we got the Lebanon Mountains. And I'm the settler. Cool. So that gives me more legitimacy, which ultimately means I will have more moves. New court minister. Very cool. Apollonia. Let's build a worker here. And then at this point, let me go next unit. Next unit. I'm trying to get an idea of what we're looking at here. There could be another place to settle up in here. Now Thebes. What do we want? So they're already at a discontent level 4, which isn't great. We can build a slinger, which is not terrible. Hoplite will need a stronghold, which I believe is a technology. You need laws to do that. Let's do another warrior. I think that seems like the smartest thing to do, just to have a little bit of protection. So luxuries, special resources can be traded to other nations, tribes, and families for an opinion boost. When you do this, basically I can send literature to the Argeads if I want. I'll send at my convenience later. So what do we want to do? If we control 6 mines, that should then tick off an ambition, or I can do 5 military units. So let's do 5 military units. That seems to me pretty straightforward to do. Can't attack without declaring war. I'm not too concerned about that. I am curious if there is another city site in here, and there is. So I wonder if Rome will eventually claim this. We are very close to Rome. We've met the Assyrians. Sure, we'll send them a gift. Okay, so we do have some mountains up here, but ultimately they will give way. So Thebes is pretty well protected. There is an entrance here. And then that's where we'll meet the Assyrians. One thing to notice as well, I think if you hold, is it Alt? I'm trying to remember the connection overlay. Shift, hold N. So if you hold N, or no, there's a connection, there's a city connection here, which is pretty useful for basically showing how your cities are doing. So if they're not connected to each other, they get more discontent per turn. So you want them to be connected to other cities in your empire to make your life a little bit easier. So here are, I basically need to build a road over to here for it to be officially connected. I'm trying to remember how exactly. So danger overlay, nothing there. There's idle units, trade network. So I think this is what we're looking at, trade network, which is showing what is connected and what is not. So like a Thebes is a little bit happier because they are, you see that +1 for connected down here. And it also contributes to their city growth, while if I was to click on Apollonia, they're not connected. So basically they do not get that happiness boost. So he is shy, okay, so he's gonna lose a courage, that's annoying. Rome is pretty pissed. I will refuse to pay tribute, so now Rome really hates us. wants to fight me. Which makes sense. I'm being a little punk to him. Can't quite build those horses yet. We can. So you'll also see that these outlines basically demarcate the city. So this belongs to this family, this belongs to that family, and then the red belongs to that family. Also, then units belong to families too, which is quite interesting, I think. Yeah, let's build a farm here to increase our food production. These guys are just chilling over here. We'll see how far those mountains go. I'm curious what the mountains look like this way as well. Okay, looks like there's a body of water. And then here we have a good idea of what we're going up against. Babylon and Rome are also quite close to each other, so that's an interesting little thing that's happening there. Okay, we have a worker up here now. Can build this with a camp, so that will get us gold and then culture, which we'll take. I'm going to keep walking this guy over just to get a sense of what is the full extent of these mountains that are coming down here. So barbarians are barbarians. They will attack you on sight. We've discovered the Mediterranean. Cool. Then I guess I can look and see if there's anything up here. Looks like maybe there's another city site. So we are building another settler in Pella. So roads are pretty useful. Husbandry is good for being able to get horses, things like that. Polis. You get walls, and then hamlets get you gold for food. I think we're going to go here, labor force, and then ultimately this requires, these laws require the civics that we've talked about. So labor force, I want roads to be able to connect my cities. So that's what we're going to go for. Let's check out this city site, if there is one at all. So if it is one, it's not very good. And it looks like Rome has a slinger on it. They're ready to take it. I'm just going to post up the militia there. The other thing to note is that these do not carry over orders, so you can't like stockpile them. Yep, and then I want, farms and mines, makes sense. So Prince Alexander, let's have him. He can either do training soldiers and officers or battlefield strategy and logistics. Let's go strategy and logistics. So wisdom. Now going back to my family. So he has 2 and then 5. And then it shows here that he is the first in line for succession. Makes a lot of sense. I have my governor here. I think I can also appoint a governor. Can't be a different family than them. Okay, that makes sense. I can't have a minister down here, I believe. Oh, needs a garrison, stronghold, or citadel. Okay, that makes sense. Is he done? Yep. So we built a farm there. We're still waiting on husbandry, which we're a little bit off of. We'll build... We need land consolidation to be able to get the lavender that we want. We'll build a mine here and start getting some. So again, a lot of stuff costs lumber to begin with, so this is something that ultimately will, it takes a while to be able to build. I believe it's a lumber yard, which lets you consolidate that, or begin to, I should say, produce wood. And we've met from the Scythians. So, the arriving number of swings to heavy stinking sacks. There's a lot of severed heads. And we'll maintain a truce. We lose a little bit of courage. I don't care. Gold up there, which is interesting. I'm hoping that means that there is something useful. I'm done exploring for now. I'm going to wait basically to try and just bring my units back into the fold. So all sentry. And we have Assyria. What do they want to know? Let's go knowledge for knowledge swap. So they get drama and we get polis. Sweet. They have Tiberius. We can establish a city site here, which is right on the border with Rome. That's probably going to piss them off. And if we look at connections, it would be connected with what we want. So maybe what I'll do here is bring this guy down, and then I'll have this guy wait for one turn before I send him out. And then I can keep exploring. There's the Scythians. So Pella. So training basically determines the rate at which you are able to produce these. So it takes 50 iron and then 60 of the martial thing to produce warriors. So let's start doing that. And then I can now start assigning specialists. So like if I assign a farmer, he will add an additional 3 food and an additional 1 and then start to spread the borders. I can do stone cutter or an apprentice poet. So he will give me 3 culture per turn as well as 2 science per turn, which is pretty good. I say we do that. I know we have our own ambition to control 5 military units. We'll do that later. Egypt is really raking in those. So let me see if I can get here and then here. And you are able to stack units, which is pretty nice. So he'll pass. Got my explorer up here. There's some wheat. This seems like it's just going on forever. We'll have the settler pass as well. And now let's do some more trapping. Getting that culture is a big deal as well. When the culture starts to really go, you'll see that the city improvements are pretty cool and well worth it, in my opinion. By the way, I should note, I am not an expert in this game at all. I'm sure there are people out there who are much, much better than I am. And let's found another. Why can't I do this? Blocked by a slinger on the city site. You punk. I don't want to fight you, Babylonia, but I will. So we built a warrior here. So just to show you what we can do, we can add a general to him. And let's put Alexander in. So it costs a little bit of food. And now this warrior unit is much stronger. Thebes is idle. So if we do this, we can add a specialist now here. And so if we add it here, we'll get 2 and then 20 in the trapper. We can also add one here. So we have 2 special trapper things. We'll put one here to start to spread the borders as well. Apollonia has built its worker, and you can see now it's highlighted pink because this is the pink family. And I think we're gonna go walls, because we're 14 turns away from it basically becoming an issue. We can also do things like festival, whatever, those kind of like projects that will make the city happier. But this is a place that I'm worried is potentially in danger of getting eaten up. And let's build an Odeon there for it. Again, we're doing fine on stone. We can always build more quarries. This scout is basically just discovering pretty much nothing worthwhile. I guess there's some stuff up there on the semester. Okay, Persia and Assyria are at war. And then my son is a piece of crap. All right, flirtation. So, Goodwill Banquet, your wife appears to be flirting quite openly with King Cyrus. When confronted, she dismisses, causing much heated things. So I can admonish her for behavior, or I can demand an apology. I will admonish her. She's probably not going to like me. That's okay. And now we have a culture event. So here's what happens. We got a worker in Pella as a result of that. They have a scout and a slinger. Let me get Alexander over here, as well as my militia. Just get ready to attack Babylonia, because they are sitting on this that I want. I'll promote Alexander just to show you what can happen. So combat, strike, tracker, or horsebane. So basically he can become stronger, things like that. So this is attack, defense, movement. And if I do this, basically his attack and defense strength goes up. This would be just his attack strength, vision, and then swift, he can move more, and then horsebane. We'll go combat, generally just making him stronger. This warrior then can add a general as well. And I think this is pretty good. Or Aspasia the scientist. She's not bad, we'll choose her. There we go. At 4, let me see if there's any other units here. I do have a worker. I can build a theater, which is pretty good, so let's do that. And then can't build these because I don't. Let me clear cut trees here for now. And we'll see what we can do. And then hurry production. Cool. Alexander will move down here. This militia will move here, and then we'll wait a turn. We'll have you skip. Let's make these workers work for us, and let's get a camp to add to the growth of my city. What's this? Dead Sea. She's unable to rest. Sure, we'll give her money. And we get a little bit of research from it. That's pretty great. Military drill is not bad. Rhetoric or forestry. Building lumber mills is super solid. This is an interesting thing, or divination. Forestry will come with time. I think we're going to go divination. Do I have any other units? Nope. Okay, so we found the Dead Sea. Cool. Settler will skip. At this point, I think it's time to fight him. Build a camp here for elephants, and that will give me half a order per year, which is pretty great. And now let's start this fight. Vespasia will kick the butt of this slinger. Alexander will come in and kick the butt of this slinger. And then I can have this guy come in and try and kick the butt of this slinger. So it won't do much. That's okay. Pella, let's get a warrior. And then I don't have any other units here. We're losing a little bit of food. That's okay. Babylonia is now running away, but they're getting ready to attack. Egypt, sure, come visit Apollonia, and we get a religion event. So Seleucid, let's free him, return him to Rome. So yeah, the Seleucids don't particularly like us. And then we have an event in Thebes, and we get a citizen. And then I can do this, so basically if I influence him, he'll generally like me later. It's found in Argead City. And in doing so, let's build a warrior. So we're in a position now where their warrior is pretty strong. We're almost building walls in Apollonia. But let's rush Alexander down, as well as this other warrior from Aspasia. Put him here now and pass. And then I was going to say, I know I have workers somewhere. We don't have iron. We'll have that worker pass turns too. Same with you. So Babylonia is doing an attack. And they're coming at us with slingers, to be expected. Carthage, what's up? We are stronger than their troops here. We should be able to get this attack as well. Aspasia doing some damage. So we gotta wait for next turn to attack again. Now let's bring this militia over. Pretty important, I'm gonna need this. We can have a state religion of Zoroastrianism. Sure. Have a worker here. I'm in dire need of some iron mines, which I can do a quarry there. And we'll build an iron mine here. Can't quite get that salt mine yet. Let's build a granary right there. Seems pretty useful. And then that guy's not doing much. Let's see how attacks are going down here. There we go. So there were warriors running away. They're slinging me, and they're bringing, oh god, a chariot. Okay. And they've killed Alexander. Let's go Phalanx. Spearmen are pretty good. So we need Alexander. Sure. So we have peace with Assyria. All right, we have a visitor. Let's act as befits my station. Do I think I can get peace with them? Yeah, you don't like me. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, they're kicking my butt. It's an okay attack for us, as is this. That's not a great attack. Let's move over here and get an attack this way. It's promoter. Babylonia. Don't have the iron. It's a bummer. We'll do an apprentice poet. There goes my warrior. Let's have her rest. All right, so Alexander. Let's marry not someone from the Gauls. I don't care. We need a quarry. We have a warrior here, which I can add a general. Let's make it Alexander. Got to. I think our goal here is just to hold on to Pella. Not the best attack, but let's do it. What can Pella do? A miner is pretty good, since that will increase my steel production. However, we're pretty close to moving up another discontent level. So let's do a festival there. I know it's still not the best thing in the world. And we need another quarry there. And then you can just pass the turn. Or we'll sentry you. And there goes my militia. Look at nations. Who likes me more? She's -3, she's +6. We'll improve relations with Egypt. So she gave birth, she died during the birth. And we have Antipater, who was born. So we want to make, so we're gonna get some midwifery, good for us. Get some discipline. I don't need a festival. All right, we got another Zoroastrian person. We take on ambition to age or state religion. I'm not going to support it. Do I want intelligent or naturalist? Let's go intelligent. Be able to do some damage here. Let's do a festival in Thebes as well, I guess. So they're retreating down there, okay. To then bring slingers, I guess, to attack. The place, alright. We're gonna fight for Greece and her ruler. Can't build a quarry. Dang. Well, let's get this guy to attack first. Do some damage. I guess let's just chop a tree, see what we can do. Can build a mine there. That's not bad. Let's do that. Let's have our worker build a farm for some lumber, and then end the semester. Okay, so now they're attacking my city here. Inspired Citizen Uprising. We'll stand with them. Yeah. Picked on some random person from the Scythians. Take as lumps as they come. I don't care about the Scythians. I don't quite have enough stone yet to be able to do this, so we will. Let's go here actually, and if we can, build a mine. Bring Alexander over, and let's have him fight some slingers. Oh, God. That's horrible. Who's my heir then? Don't think I have one. Oh, that's that's crappy. Don't think I can make peace with him because I need an ambassador. Dang. Okay. we've now hit our maximum stockpile here. As far as luxuries go, let's give it to the Seleucids. And then let's also give fur to the other family. There you go. And I can't attack again. Yep. Okay, Apollonia. Built an apprentice poet. Let's go festival. Here, we'll do a festival. What about our units? We still can't, we don't have enough stone. Do we go for a farm maybe like here? And then there comes our chariot. Let's improve relations with Rome. Alright, now we're in a position where we can start to build a quarry. So let's do it. Gonna need all the help we can get here. There goes their slinger. So then let's make a move to take out their chariot. And then we'll just have this person sit here and pass. Yeah. Alexander just took a big hit. Let's get a... Forum is pretty good. I think we go forestry. Yeah. Alright, Apollonia. Head of Zoroastrian. Teach their ways. Sure. I've converted. Cool. I'll repair. I don't think there's anything I can do here. Can promote to Horsebane. Seems pretty useful, I suppose. If I try and heal, okay, so we got able to get something, so now he won't be able to kill my warrior on the next turn. Although they are going after my city. What is our new? Let's control 6 quarries. Seems reasonable. Do I go for another quarry? Sure. Eventually I will produce enough steel and stone to make this work. Let's heal this warrior back up. That is across a river. Not my best attack, but we'll take it. And move this militia over there as well. Here now, I can't build a quarry because I don't have enough steel. I can build a theater, which is pretty good. Nope, I cannot. Not yet. So we'll skip a turn. And then what's going on here? Build another quarry? Sure. No, but I can build a mine. That's not terrible. We're slowly going to balance this out. Okay, yeah, they got a very favorable attack there. They're going to do an attack here. Probably kill my guy. Yep. It's a lot of money to send them. Nope. Okay, Persia's fighting us. Ugh. Things may not go well here. Let's have this guy come and get ready to attack the slinger. We'll do the best we can. Pella. Nothing I can do there. Trapper's an interesting one. Farmer, stonecutter, master poet. Feel like these aren't going to do much for me. He consumes food. Sure, we'll bring a militia. We're going to need these anyways. Can go for a slinger. That's interesting. Let's do another militia. Apollonia. We'll do another militia. What do we try and do here? Salt mine is not bad. Let's just turn it into a crappy mine. Okay, he's backing off. Is he going up? Okay. The river's on that side. Man, they're just coming at me with everything, huh? Not our best attack there. Shrine of Athena is pretty good. Sure. All right, there goes that warrior. I'm a little bit too busy with everything. Sure, we'll take this guy. I need an heir, right? Let's have this guy continue the attack. I think walls are going to take a little bit too long. Did a festival there. A slinger is interesting. I think we try for militia there. We're spread definitely a little bit thin right here. It's not looking great. Quarry, that would add 5 a semester, which is okay, not great. Yeah, and I guess we'll build a quarry. Shrine of Zeus, a hamlet to get some money, which isn't terrible. I think we're going to go for an Odeon here. Okay, they're attacking my city. Feels bad. And they're attacking Pella. Roman I are sweet. Let's go Argead Fighter. And Pella, nice, is happy. Although things are not going well for it. At all. Cut the scrub. And clear the land. And then we'll build a quarry there. So Pella's taking some damage. Not my favorite thing in the world. What is it going to take? Okay, things are not looking good for us here. Let's add a general. Here. We'll have to wait a turn. We are going to get some militia who are spawning here. But at this point, things are not looking good. Man, they're kicking my butt. All right. Let's move this worker over here. We'll put this guy in here and then make an attack. Nope. Guess we'll do this attack. We can heal. I guess he's on cooldown, so can't move. And we'll get this attack here. Pella needs a warrior if it can hold on. We'll try and build another. And then let's get a mine going here. And we'll just have that guy skip the turn. Have this troop run over and do what they can. And then we're going to essentially try and do the same thing here. Babylonia, another militia needed. This builder, I don't know if there's much we can do here. I'll build a mine. Here's to hoping we survive just long enough. I really need aristocracy though to get a diplomat to try and get some peace. Because it's not looking good. We'll pay him off. He's no longer suspicious. I don't really want to exile him because I need help. It's gonna cost 50 stone to do this, sure. And we'll get a Shrine of Hades. Do a Shrine of Zeus, or yeah, I guess we'll go Shrine of Zeus here. We're maxed out on this. So if I go here and then make this attack, it's pretty advantageous. This. Neither of these are good attacks for me, so we'll wait. And I think if I go here, either way, we'll do this. You'll heal, and we'll end the semester. We should be able to get the warrior out in time. They're doing their best to ransack all my stuff. And husbandry. We'll go Tamia Pella since that was in my in my thing. All right. I do have one heir. Let's go Antiochus, I suppose. Or we'll adopt this guy. We'll make the other people happier. And then this guy, Oligarch. He is now an ambassador, and let's please, for the love of God, Babylonia. Can we have a truce? Rome and I are good. Babylonia, please. I want a national peace here. Or truce. I will pay you off. Promote again. Fierce. And he'll have to wait then until next turn. Maybe not the best attack there. We do have a militia unit coming over here. Pella, let's get a spearman. And here we'll get a warrior. And this is now part of Persia. Yeah, I guess we'll go quarry. It's interesting that they're running away. Cool, we have a sun. We're gonna work on wood. Can also add roads. But let's maybe see if we can repair this. And then pass. Heal. We'll be able to get a kill, so we'll take that. Oh, he's already healed. Okay. And then we'll get a kill on this guy. We gotta wait one more turn for some peace. I'm trying my best. We'll have him skip. Thebes, what do I want you to produce? We're 4 seasons away from there being a potential issue, but we'll festival while we can. And here's to hoping that Babylonia just leaves us in peace. Okay, yeah, let's just end this. I'm okay with that. Thank God. All right. Why can I not build roads? I guess we gotta heal. Lumber mill is great. Let's do it. And then let's repair the Odeon. And then we'll skip turns. Okay, these guys are here. We'll heal. These guys can, say, move over here. Militia will heal. Heal. Alright, so now that we have peace with Babylonia, we'll call it for this episode. Not the best start. I think I was a little bit too aggressive here in getting into wars, but it is what it is. We'll figure it out. But I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you want to see more of this, and I will see you next time.